Hello, how are you? Today I brought a recipe that I'm sure you're going to love, a special sweet treat. It's excellent as a dessert for those times when you want to eat something sweet without guilt. A very natural, healthy treat with no heavy cream, no wheat flour, no gluten. It also has no added sugar and no eggs, so it's great for anyone with allergies. You're going to love it for sure. This recipe is so nutritious, so healthy that it even works as a snack. You're going to love it. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss it. Before we start this recipe, which also doesn't use sweetened condensed milk or heavy cream and still turns out amazing. If you're new here, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything, because I post new videos every day. You'll love them. Let's get started with our recipe, and remember that the ingredients, quantities, and nutritional information are all listed below in the description. So the first thing I have here is my plain yogurt. This yogurt is unsweetened. I have a video here on the channel explaining how to make your own yogurt at home, and I'll leave the link down in the description for you. If you choose to buy plain yogurt, check the label. For a yogurt to be good quality, it should have as few ingredients as possible. Usually 2 or 3 ingredients, typically milk and lactic cultures and sometimes reconstituted milk, but that's generally what we look for in a high quality yogurt. I'm going to add vanilla extract to our yogurt here because it naturally brings a sweetness, giving it more of a dessert-like flavor. It might not seem like much, but it's a detail that makes a big difference in the taste of this dessert. If you don't like, or don't use vanilla extract, or if you can't find it in your city, you can leave the yogurt plain or even add cinnamon or any other natural spice that you like. I'm not going to add sugar, sweetener, or anything like that here because I don't think it's necessary, but that really depends on your taste, since I'm going to add our grapes now and make a simple preparation. Let me organize things here so you can see better. So what am I going to do? I have the grapes here. I chose seedless grapes because they're more practical. I've already washed the grapes here. You can use strawberries, tangerines, apples. You can use whatever fruit you like. And I'm going to take my grape here and I'm going to dip them one by one into our yogurt. I'll remove some of the excess yogurt so it doesn't get too thick, but I also want the yogurt to be visible here. So I'm going to put our grape here and take this to freeze, because afterwards I'm going to coat it in 70% chocolate. You know, those grape bonbons we eat at parties. It's going to be just like that. It's going to be wonderful. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll finish covering our grape here with the yogurt first, then I'll put it in the freezer. And when this part is frozen, we'll coat it in chocolate. I even mentioned to you that I didn't use any sugar, sweetener, nothing here, because I don't think it's necessary, since there's already the sweet flavor from the vanilla, the grape, and there will be the chocolate. But of course, if you want to add honey, sweetener, brown sugar, tell me here what you usually use to sweeten things, or if you prefer to go for a more natural sweetness, like in this recipe. I'll finish up here and be right back. Look, so I've already coated the grapes here in yogurt. Now we need to put them in the freezer. In this case, it's no use just putting them in the fridge because I want them to be frozen so we can dip them in chocolate later. If we use them like this, it won't work. So I'm going to freeze them, and when they're frozen, I'll come back so we can dip them and go from there. Hang on. I've already brought everything here so we can finish up our grape bonbons. Here is the yogurt and grape mixture, and it's very easy to remove. And now I'm going to dip them in chocolate. This is 70% chocolate bar melted in a double boiler or in the microwave, whichever you prefer. And I have some aluminum foil here so we can place them on it afterwards so they don't stick. So I'm going to carefully take our fresh grape here and gently dip it into the melted chocolate. Then I'll use a fork to lift it out because it's much easier and doesn't pick up too much chocolate. I'll tap it gently like this to remove some of the excess chocolate so it doesn't get too overwhelming or heavy. And then we simply place it right here, and that's it. Couldn't be easier. I'll keep making a few more here and I'll be back in a bit. Look, they're already done. The yogurt and grapes were so cold that the chocolate hardened really quickly. It's very simple. Look how beautiful they are, just like those real delicious fruit and chocolate bonbons. Make them and you'll love them for sure. I want to know which fruit you're going to use to make this treat. I'd love to see your comment. Remember to like the video because that helps me out, and share it with anyone who would enjoy it or needs it. Let's work together to spread this chain of kindness. That's what I want here. Let's try it. It's wonderful, very similar to that chilled grape bonbon. It turned out amazing. Make it and you'll love it. See you next time. Bye.